Oh, I'd like to buy someone a birthday gift, Gerald replied immediately. Sir, do you have a shopper's card? If you have one, you will be able to enjoy a discount on your purchases. Even though Gerald was her first customer, she did not judge him simply because of his simple and casual appearance. Instead, she continued speaking to him in a very professional manner. Oh yes, can you please take a look at this? Gerald took out the Universal Global Supreme shopper's card that his sister had given to him before passing it to the salesgirl. The salesgirl widened her eyes in shock when she saw the card. This black gold card? The salesgirl continued staring at Gerald in shock and disbelief. This young man looked like an ordinary student and not a famous rich man. How could he possibly have a black gold card? Gerald was confused and he asked, "What's a black gold card?" "It is a supreme level card and you can spend up to $300,000 on this card, while the minimum amount for each transaction is $50,000, sir." Gerald was even more confused at this time. He knew that their family was rich, but he did not know that they were so rich. "Sir, based on the items we are currently carrying in our store, you can't use this black gold card on any of the regular luxury goods in this shop. However, you can easily reach the minimum transaction amount if you check out the collector's edition bag. I will bring it over to you now." The salesgirl bowed again before she left immediately. At the same time, Xavier and Yuri were still looking around the boutique store as they checked out all of the bags with a look of admiration on their face. The young salesgirl unlocked the cabinet before taking the collector's edition bag out. Rachel frowned immediately before she said, "Wendy, what do you think you're doing now?" Wendy turned around and replied, "I'd like to show a customer this bag. Is this the kind of bag that you should be showing to just any customer? Who are you showing it to?" Rachel frowned as she stared at Wendy. Wendy looked in Gerald's direction as she said respectfully, "This gentleman over here." Yuri and Xavier also turned around to look at the direction that the salesgirl was pointing at before they burst out in laughter. Haha. Yuri could not hold his laughter in when he saw Gerald. If he could, he would have already rolled on the ground as he laughed. "What are you talking about? That man wants to see the collector's edition bag," Yuri asked as he pointed his finger at Gerald. This was a big joke to Yuri. Yuri stared at Gerald with a contemptuous expression on his face, and Gerald felt a little embarrassed at this time because there was a crowd of people staring at him. Rachel also had an ugly expression on her face as she said, "Wendy, do you really think this man would be able to afford to buy any of the bags in our boutique store? Who are you kidding? No, Rachel, that customer has a black gold card. He is our VIP customer." Ha ha ha. Yuri laughed out loud again. "A VIP customer? He's a famous pauper in our university." Xavier also glared at Gerald in disgust as she said, "Gerald, aren't you ashamed of yourself? Why don't you leave this place immediately?" Haha. Gerald looked around as the crowd of people continued ridiculing him. The young salesgirl was also placed in a very difficult position as Rachel was glaring at Gerald in disgust. At this time, Gerald simply strode over to the counter before he placed his black gold card on the counter. "I'll buy that collector's edition bag today."